Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you like my talks, diatribes, whatever you want to call them, hit the subscribe button. So ethno-nationalism, the last video I done on ethno-nationalism get quite a bit of flack. Now, let me just clarify, I am not against ethno-nationalism in principle. I like the idea of a homeland for the people of that country. So Nigeria for the Nigerians, Sweden for the Swedish, Iceland for the Icelandic people, Saudi Arabia for the Saudi Arabians, blah blah blah, you get the idea. What that means is that I believe that the majority of the populace of a country should consist of people that are ethnically of that country. Their culture is preserved, their ways of life, basically, you know what I'm talking about, right? So this is where we have to sort of get real here though, guys, right? In Britain, we have for decades and decades and decades allowed multiculturalism and people of all sorts of faiths, backgrounds, religions, skin colours, whatever else, to come to our country. And there's just no way that you can reverse that now. As Nick Griffin said, and I've mentioned in a previous video, we are well on track to become a minority in these islands. And we're something like 80 years behind the replacement figures and what we need to do to keep our population growing, not just stagnant and like at a steady level, which isn't really even happening. My point is that we've imported like foreigners to do like care work. I never said this, right? I've focused on corner shops and off licences, and I think people are like, well, that's not really a big deal. But if you go to a hospital, you're highly likely to be treated by a foreigner, somebody that's not British, from like British, Scottish, English, Welsh ethnicity, you know what I'm talking about. So basically, we have not prioritised training our own populace to do jobs such as nursing, caring, even working in corner shops, yeah? Now, I'm not going to get into the reasons why, right? There's probably lots of reasons why, but the fact is, we have not prioritised our own people and trained them to do these jobs. Not working in a corner shop is simple enough, right? But things like nursing, like hospital work, doctors and things like that, for some reason, we are drunk on importing foreigners to do these jobs. So that is the kind of model that we have stuck with for decades now, and that's not an easy thing to reverse. It's like we just don't have enough of our own people that are capable of being doctors, and well, not capable so much, but they're not trained up, and for whatever reason they don't do it, or they don't want to do it, or there's a culture there. You can't deny that there is a cultural laziness in these islands as well. So basically all that would need to be tackled, and the fact that we're on track to become a minority, it's just a fact, guys, do you know what I mean? So I'm not against, I believe that in an ideal world, we would have mostly English people in England and mostly Scottish people in Scotland and that, but the fact is, the reality is, we live in a globalist world, a globalist planet, and it's just not realistic. So I just wanted to clarify that there. Thanks for watching.